Welcome to this video on Git Diff. Today we're going to explore how to view file changes in Git. Let's get started. So, what exactly is Git Diff? Git Diff is a powerful command that shows you the changes between different states of your Git repository. It allows you to see the modifications you have made. Git Diff is used to see the changes between the working directory and the staging area and the last commit, between different commits, and even between branches. Here are some basic commands for using Git Diff. Typing Git Diff shows unstaged changes. Git Diff staged shows staged changes. Git Diff head shows all changes. And Git Diff commit 1 commit 2 shows the differences between two specific commits. Let's look at some basic examples of using the Git Diff command. On the left, we're viewing unstaged changes. The command Git Diff will show you any modifications in your working directory that you haven't yet added to the staging area. The output highlights the differences, showing removed lines in red with a minus sign and added lines in green with a plus sign. On the right, we are viewing staged changes. If you want to see the changes you've already staged, use the command Git Diff staged. This will display the differences between the staging area and the last commit. Again, removed lines are in red and added lines are in green. Understanding the output of Git Diff is crucial for effective version control. Here is a sample output. The header shows which files are being compared. Next is the metadata, which shows file indexes and the mode. Then there are file markers that indicate the old version with 3 minus signs and the new version with 3 plus signs. The hunk header, such as @-1, 3 plus 1, 4 @ tells the range of lines that are changed. The -1, 3 means that in the old file, changes start from line 1 and span 3 lines. The +1, 4 means that in the new file, changes start from line 1 and span 4 lines. Context lines are the unchanged lines that provide context to the changes. Removed lines are indicated in red with a minus sign. And added lines are indicated in green with a plus sign. You can also use Git Diff to compare specific files. On the left, we are comparing a specific file. To view changes for a single file in the working directory, use the command git diff path / to / file.js. This will show you the differences in that particular file. On the right, we're comparing files between commits. To compare a file between two different commits, use the command git diff commit id1 commit id2 config.json. This will display the changes to config.json between the specified commits. Git Diff also comes with several advanced options to tailor the output to your needs. Color word shows changes word by word instead of line by line, which can be very helpful for understanding small text modifications. Stat shows a summary of changes with file names and the number of changes, giving you a quick overview. Name only shows only the names of the changed files, which is useful for scripting and quick checks. Finally, ignore space change ignores white space changes when comparing files. This helps to focus on the actual content changes rather than formatting. Comparing branches with Git Diff is a common task when merging or reviewing code. To compare changes between two branches, use the command git diff main feature branch. This will show all the differences between the main and feature branch. You can also use the alternative syntax git diff main.feature branch, which achieves the same result. To compare a specific file between branches, add the file path like this: git diff main feature branch, path / to / file.js. To compare with the common ancestor, use the 3-dot syntax, git diff main.feature branch. This shows the changes in feature branch since it diverged from main. Adding name only lists only the files changed since the branch diverged from main. The diagram shows the difference between comparing branches directly and comparing them to their common ancestor. Let's wrap up with some best practices for using Git Diff. Always review changes before committing. This helps catch errors and ensures you're committing the right code. Use specific file paths to narrow down diffs to relevant files, making the output easier to manage. Use, ignore space change for cleaner diffs, focusing on content rather than white space. Use, stat to get a quick overview of changes before a detailed review. Lastly, commit small logical changes to make diffs easier to understand. There are also some helpful tools to aid in this process. Git Diff tool integrates with visual diff tools. VS Code has a built-in Git Diff viewer. Git Kraken is a visual Git client with a diff view. Meld is a visual diff and merge tool, and GitHub and GitLab both offer web-based diff viewers. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.